been a little bit under the weather the last couple of days. Can't hardly talk, so bear with me, please. First off, really proud of the guys to pull out a win. We didn't really play well, but they stayed engaged, and when they started making a little comeback, nobody panicked, and we'll take any win we can get. And I thought the crowd, first off, the weather was, how about this weather? Weather's terrific. Our crowd was unbelievable. I mean, they were here, they were loud, and I think they really made an impact. And they have all year. So I'm hoping we have one more home game, and I know it's in Thanksgiving, might be a tough time, but and we're going to be playing one of the best teams in the country. So I hope we could pack it out in our last home game and like they have all year and make an impact like they did today. So very thankful for our West Virginia fans.
So, Rich, start with the ground game. After your great performance last week, you were bottled up a little bit the first half, but the second half, it really started to click. What was the
Greg,
difference?
we weren't. I'll have to watch the film. We had a couple of things that hurt us with some really negative yardage plays on the perimeter stuff that you got to, the 6-7 yard losses, those are hard to overcome in the run game. So we got to take a look at that. And I don't think we got as much push as we needed to for most of the game. But to the O-line's credit, at the end, when you need to get a first down and everybody knows you're going to run it, they did it. And that's the key. When we get to the point where everybody knows you're going to run it and you're still going to run it and get first downs, then you got what you want. So at least at the end of the game, that was a positive sign.
How did Scotty play from what you know right now? And then he kind of had to also overcome an obstacle there.
Yeah, Scotty was, I thought he did some really good stuff. There was a couple things he wanted to have back. He's so conscientious that I have to be careful when I tell him something or opening play, like be ready for this, and they don't do that. But he's so concentrated on being ready for that if they don't do that, then it's I probably overcoached it, if that makes sense. So he's a very, very, very coachable guy and a great competitor. And we needed to throw the ball to move it at times today, and he made some nice throws.
Can you describe at all what he was like, his demeanor after the interceptions?
Yeah, I think he's probably mad, but what do you expect the demeanor to be? To go around and do jumping jacks on the sidelines and give everybody a hug, or you think he's going to be, or he's going to be pissed and say, "I'm going to go back out there and play," So one of them, the ball got tipped, wasn't his fault, and the other one he shouldn't have thrown. But I think he's going to, like you're saying, I thought their freshman quarterback played outstanding. They're going to have freshman moments, but if they learn from them, they'll keep getting better. And what's going to help Scotty is if we can run the ball better, which we didn't do for the first half, or really the first three quarters. But we'll see what we could do. And Dior battled. He was 100%, and he ran hard. But we've still got to – we'll figure out some stuff there. But like I said, I'm not going to apologize for any win at this point. And our guys are battling back a little bit. And I told them this is the first time I've mentioned it to them. Believe it or not, we still got a chance to go to a bowl game. Really? So – we got to win out, but you're telling me there's a chance. There's a chance.
Rich, Curtis Jones had 3 carries for 9 yards and 2 touchdowns. You weren't kidding when you said you were going to use him on the short yardage situation.
Yeah, he wasn't going to get long. We didn't put him out there in the regular stuff, but he's just, the other guys are all little guys. And the only bigger guy we had left, Tyler Jacklich, got hurt in Wednesday's practice. And so we had no backs that I think weighed more than 180 pounds. So CJ, I knew the first time we were down the goal line, I turned around and he's standing right, breathing down my neck. And so we'll get you in there at some point. And he can be a weapon. He was obviously a really good high school running back. But our running back health situation has been kind of crazy too. Excuse me.
Pressure on Juju Lewis. He had 7 sacks. He completed passes, but your defense made him pay a lot too.
He had 7 and should have had 17. Just his ability to scramble, get out of pressure. We lost contain a couple of times, and you got to give him some credit. But we didn't generate enough. I don't think enough pressure and getting them on the ground. They got a few sacks, but there was a few more that we missed, and But our defense played hard, and I think they're learning stuff too every day. So this is the first year in Zach's system, but I'm proud of the way they made some plays when we had to.
Going off of that, how do you feel like your linebackers played? Ben Bowl had 2 sacks,
Yeah.
as well as Ben Cutter had a few as well.
Yeah, I thought they did okay. I think we missed a few tackles here and there. Sometimes the sacks were because of great effort, and some was because of scheme. But excuse me. But those guys, I tell you one thing they do is those guys play really hard. Ben and all those guys, Reed, Chase, they all play really, really hard against some talented guys. We knew they were going to throw the ball to number 4, and they kept throwing it to him, and we were covering him, but he was still making plays. So some great throws and some great effort by them. So, it was one of those games that was going to be. I never really felt comfortable, and why would I, right? But shoot, we won. Hey. Let's go Mountaineers.
You talked about talking to the guys for the first time, like, hey, we could still make a bowl game.
Yeah.
What's that mean after the way the season started and that rough stretch, 5 straight conference losses to still be in contention?
Why do you have to bring that up?
I know.
Such a negative Nelly. No, we're all good now. I said a few weeks ago we started practicing with a little more authority, I think, and a little more. Like I said before, I want these guys that. Sometimes they look like it's a job, and sometimes we tell them as coach, do your job. Well, I don't want them to treat it like a job. I want to treat it like a game. They need to enjoy playing, and there's nothing better than a winning locker room. You can go down there right now. These guys are dancing and singing and hugging each other, and that's my whole point is that it's a game, and when you win the game, you celebrate and have fun. And hopefully, the last couple weeks they've been able to do that, and with 2 more opportunities, and see what happens. We're playing two really good teams, 2 top 25 teams, and one of them's on the road and a long trip, and then the other one we get at home. But we'll see what happens.
Rich, you've alluded a couple times to change of practices. Is it harder? Is it more fun? Like
Not really. I didn't really change practice per se in what we do. I just mixed it up a little bit with some live and unforeseen moments. Like it comes with a routine. And I've been doing the same routine for 28, 29 years, but I'm sprinkling in a little something different to kind of get them to have, get their competitive juices going, if that makes sense. Who doesn't like to compete if you're keeping score? So, and practice can be monotonous if you're not trying to keep score or having a winner or loser when you're going against each other. So that's all it was. I want our guys to learn how to compete. I mentioned about, I love to compete. No, I'm too old to do anything else other than play pickleball. But you can ask Miss Rita. We like to compete in pickleball. I only gave her 2 concussions. 2. But one was on match point. So, that could be excusable. And the other one I wasn't aiming at her head, but she bent down. So it happened to hit her in the head. But that's all I can enjoy now. I'm too old to do anything else.
Time for one more, Kevin. That's
Rich, number of 4th down situations today. How many of those are by the book, by whatever analytics you have, versus feel, versus, hey, I'm going for this one no matter what?
0 by the book, 0 by analytics, 100% by whether I feel, is it a good time to go for it or is it not? Do I think we can get it or do I not? I don't know. How many did we have a bunch today? A couple. But, I like to the point where you get 4th and 1 or 4th and 2. It's like, shoot, it ain't a no-brainer. I'll never punt from inside the 40. So if we didn't make it on the last one, we were inside the 40, we'd have gone for it on the last play. What's that?
3 or 4.
3 or 4? We're better on 4th down than 3rd down. But you should be because most of it's 4th and 1, right? So anyway. But, yeah, that's key when you can get some of those converted.
all right. Thank you very much, Coach.